Here are 10 of my favorite top peak performance habits and attitudes that you can use in your business and in your daily life. Number one, seek clarity. This is something that Brendan Burchard talks about in his book High Performance Habits. It's essential. Seek clarity on your goals, your obstacles, what perfect looks like. Having a really clear idea of where you're going and what's getting in the way has a tremendous impact on your business. You can do this through journaling, you can do this through talking with a coach or a mentor. Clarity, clarity, clarity. Number two, be a lifelong student. You'll never arrive at one moment in your life and think, this is it. I've learned everything I need to learn. Embracing the attitude of a lifelong student is so important for growing and also contributing. And it's a huge pleasure. We enjoy our work so much more when we're continuously developing and growing. Number three, meditation. I can't emphasize enough how much meditation has impacted my business and my life, or my business and life, because they all belong together. It can really help you to diminish stress, to have more clarity, but also to have a bit more distance from what is going on, which means you can have a more global picture and overview of a situation. Because when we're caught up in the middle of it, it can be hard to actually see where we're getting stuck. So not being so reactive, and it also helps you to be more proactive, again, is a huge, huge impact for your performance in your business. Number four, energy levels. Knowing and working according to your energy levels is fantastic. This means understanding at what point of the day are you more productive? When do you enjoy doing tasks compared to calls? And maybe, how are your energy levels during the week? Are you more energized on Monday after a restful weekend? Or are you more energized on Friday because you're looking forward to the weekend? Understanding this can help you to plan and prioritize the different tasks that you have. Number five, self-talk. We don't often pay attention to the way we talk to ourselves. If you're constantly repeating, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, this isn't possible, how do you think this will impact your performance? On the other hand, if we start speaking to ourselves in a more empowering way, if we start using sentences such as I can, or I will find a way to make this work, or I am resourceful enough to figure it out, this has a dramatic influence on your peak performance, on your leadership, and on your overall fulfillment. Because who wants to listen to a voice like that all day that tells us we're crap? Seriously. Instead, thinking, how would I speak to this person if this person was my best friend? Number six, single tasking and mindfulness. Focusing on one thing at a time. I feel I'm saying this in every single video and piece of content. If you're multitasking, you're dividing your attention in lots of little boxes, and you can't focus or be efficient. And on top of that, it really drains your energy. By being really mindful what you're doing. How do you think I'd manage to shoot this video if I was doing 20 other things? Single tasking, always, should become the default, the habit, the way you function. And every time you have that crave to multitask, this probably means that you need a break and you're looking for that extra dopamine. So not going into the multitasking, but instead taking a break, coming back, single tasking. Number seven, emotions, emotional management. This really means two things. Knowing which emotions you want to reduce in your life and you don't want them to overpower you. This could be sadness, anger, frustration, impatience, and looking at ways to deal with them effectively. This can be through breathing, it can be through writing them down, maybe you need therapy or counseling. Having methods to cope with these emotions so that they don't rule our life. And the second aspect is looking, which emotions do you want more of? Do you want to feel more excited, more enthusiastic, more passionate? more in peace. And what can you do to have more of these emotions? Both from an external perspective, things that help you to feel this way, people you like to see, activities you enjoy, but also from an internal perspective. Memories that trigger these emotions, visualizations, because it's not always external. We can trigger these emotions just by sitting on our sofa and thinking of something really nice, visualizing something, listening to certain music, though that's external too. Moving on. Number 8, prioritizing your well-being. So important. Sleep, nutrition, exercise. Sleep, nutrition, exercise. And there are other aspects of well-being, but this is a triad that really supports everything else. If you're sleep deprived and you're living off McDonald's and you never ever exercise, you can't be as high in your performance as you would be if you were sleeping well, eating healthily and exercising. It will always limit your performance. So imagine if you're already doing great and you're productive and you're a high performer, but you're not eating great, maybe you've got a new level. Maybe all you need to do is eat a few more carrots and drop a bit in the burgers for a bit, or whatever, crisps or pizzas, and then you'll see that maybe this has an impact on your performance. So really regularly looking at, are you prioritizing your sleep? Is it good quality on top of quantity? What are you eating, and are you eating mindfully? And exercise. Are you walking regularly? Do you have a daily exercise routine? All these things, so essential. Number 9, balance and prioritizing. This means looking at the different areas in your life and seeing, are you spending your time, your energy, your money on what matters most to you? Not what society says, not what your upbringing says, on what matters to you. Checking in regularly, do you feel it's imbalanced? Or are you prioritizing your business over your family and health? Or are you prioritizing your hobby over your business? That's not as common, but it can also happen. They're looking at, are you in balance? So important. Once more, you'll never feel fulfilled if you don't look at the balance, basically. That's the harsh way of putting it. So by checking in regularly and adjusting so that you have this balance, it doesn't have to be perfect, but at least rough balance, so important. And alignment, feeling that once more time, energy and money are well spent. And number 10, last but not least, one of my favorite, reviewing. Because if you're doing all of this, but you don't review, how do you keep track? How do you know you're not slacking somewhere? How do you know if you're reaching your KPIs, but also the balance? You need to review this weekly, preferably, monthly, and this can be through journaling, it can be working with a coach, but having some sort of review process where you ask yourself the most important questions for your business, for your health, for your relationship, and you check, how am I doing here? Because you might catch it early enough to do something about it. If you don't review, a whole year will go by and you'll think, oh, I really wanted to have a better exercise routine, or I really wanted to reach this goal in my business. So reviewing, so important. These are the top 10 high performance tips for today. There are many others, but these are some of my favorite. Please let me know in the comment what was most insightful for you. What will you start to put in place? And if you'd like to see more of these videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.